So I'm gonna do the best I can to keep this video under 3 minutes so I do not have to make a part 2. Basically, this woman had called saying that her soup was so hot that it had melted the plastic lid into the soup. I told her I was so sorry, that was so embarrassing because that had never happened to us before. I, of course, was offering her refunds and trying to get her an alternate meal, a free meal, something. She did not want to hear it at all. All she wanted to do was yell and cuss, and she called me names and the kitchen staff names. I told her, ma'am, I can still help you. All I'm asking is that you do not yell and curse at me. And then she says, oh no, honey, you haven't heard attitude yet, and I will talk to you any which way I fucking want. I said, no ma'am, you will not, and I hung up the phone. A little while later, I get very busy with multiple customers. I'm checking out people that have to-go orders and people that are in the restaurant trying to check out and leave. The phone rings again and I answer it and I say, thank you for calling my job. Can you hold for just a moment, please? And she instantly says, no, I want to speak to a manager now and not the bitch that hung up on me. I said, yes, ma'am, I understand. I don't have anyone to pass the phone to right now. Can you please give me just a moment? The line just goes quiet, so I just put it on hold and put the phone down and continued what I was doing. It took me no more than 60 seconds to finish what I was doing and pick the phone back up, but by then she had already hung up. And then, as you saw, she had come into the restaurant. She still continued to curse and scream at me and tell me that she was not being rude to me until I was rude to her, which was really confusing because I was definitely not rude to her on the phone because I really did understand why she was upset. Keep in mind, she never once accepted or asked for refunds or free food or any of that. She did not care. All she wanted to do was complain. And then, as you saw, I pulled my phone out and that's when I said, if you do not leave or calm down, I'm going to call the police. And she said, I don't give a fuck. I did not want to call the police, so I just locked my phone and put it down and said, ma'am, I can still help you. I just need you to not curse and yell at me. That is when she made the split decision to grab the hot menudo and throw it in my face. Now, the soup was not as hot as it was when it was fresh, but it was still pretty warm. But if anything, the spices from our soup definitely affected me more than anything. It really felt like I had just been pepper sprayed. My eyes were burning, my nose was bleeding. At first I thought the nosebleed was from my nose ring, but then I got a second nosebleed later on that night and it was in both of my nostrils. Yes, I called the police and yes, charges have already been filed. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Thank you guys so much. All I can ask now is that you refrain from threatening or harassing this woman because this is already being handled. Thank you guys. I really said I wasn't gonna make a part 2, but I just really had to get this out really quick. What you don't see in the video is the aftermath. It took a second for everything to hit me, but my eyes were burning, my nose was bleeding, I was in a lot of pain, and by the time I wiped it away and could almost see again, there were already customers and staff outside following her out. Plus, when I kept trying to run out, I kept slipping on the tile from the soup. By the time I caught my footing and was able to get outside, there were people already at their car recording their faces and their license plate. After they had sped off, I was embarrassed, I was in pain, I was in shock. I ran to the bathroom and I was just crying, and this really nice woman was wiping me off with paper towels and wiping my face and my hair and was just so kind. One of my coworkers literally took off her work shirt, put on her hoodie, and then gave me her work shirt. I threw my dirty shirt away and cleaned myself as best I could. I just really wanted you guys to know that I was not alone in that moment, and I had a lot of support as everything was happening. I had support then, and I do know that I have everybody's support now. I just really wanted to thank the nice man that ran after them instantly and was able to get their faces and their license plate on camera. And thank you to the woman that he was with that was in the bathroom with me, wiping me off and telling me that everything was going to be okay. My coworkers are awesome. My guests are awesome. I guess I just didn't want you guys wondering, like, well, why did nobody do this or do that? Y'all saw she ran straight out as soon as she did it. She knew what she did was wrong. She knew that people were going to come for her, and she bounced. That's basically it. I just wanted you guys to know the aftermath of it all. Thank you guys again for all the support.